Let's fix this for the YouTube watchers. Hey, welcome back to the Rising Super Stream. We totally didn't just have a weird cut that I had to fix for YouTube. All the Twitch streamers didn't just nearly die watching nothing for half an hour. So, everything's okay now. Everything's better now. Absolutely. Hey, Crazy Jay. That is me. Glad you could make it. So, right now we're continuing our PlayStation VR Power Hours. Oh, did my VR headset turn off? It did. We're continuing with a title called The Invisible Hours. Again, just a warning, the Elgato is going to freak out because I'm going to change resolution. Let me just pop that in so I can start getting on the Elgato situation. So, look at that logo behind me. That's a Game Trust logo. If you don't recognize it, Game Trust is EB Games / GameStop's game publishing branch, which I think is really cool. Obviously, EB Games, GameStop, just like every brick and mortar store, they've been experiencing diminishing sales. That's every brick and mortar store, not just them. So they've been diversifying. Obviously, now their shops are crammed with Funko Pop and nerd memorabilia. Also, sell your iPads, kids. But one of their other diversification things that they're trying at is independent game publishing. And I actually think that's really exciting because, like, straight up, they're just, like, I hate the Funko Pop stuff because now the store is filled with shit that I don't want to look at. But independent game publishing by a retailer is kind of exciting because that means they're just putting money, like, right into developers' pockets. And that's something I can super get behind. Like, straight up, just supporting the creation of new games. So they published the PS4 and Xbox One release of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They had the exclusive on that. They published this game at retail. This game's also available on the Oculus Store and I think on Steam. But for the PS4 version, they published it. They published Insomniac's submarine game. Something the Deep, I cannot remember. They published that as well completely. That's just theirs. And Deformers by Ready at Dawn, the guys who made The Order 1886. And I find that actually pretty neat. Like, at a glance, you might be like, ew, gross, games published by EB Games GameStop. But, like, you think about it for 1 second and you're like, wait, they're just putting money into the industry? I'm totally behind that. I'm totally behind that. So, we're playing The Invisible Hours. This came out last week. I was only able to get my hands on a physical copy this week because in Canada, pro strat right here. In Canada, for some reason, the physical PS4 copy is cheaper than a digital copy. Digital copy is $40. Physical copy is $34.99 plus tax, which brings it up to $40. So let's get right into it. This is apparently a bit of a whodunit murder mystery, and it's apparently quite good. So let me just slam this on. Let me find my controller with my hand. This is made by Tequila Works. That's their name, right? What does it say on the box? Tequila Works, yeah. The guys who made Rhyme and other games. So they make video games. All right, pull the lever. Grab your ticket. Oh, it's like a movie. We're going to see The Invisible Hours. Oh, I see. So 1, I don't know what the 1 is. 0 is obviously percent. That's obviously the date. 1 hour 53, is that possibly the runtime? Delete your saved game or insert your ticket. I see. So how this game works. Okay, we got our teleport mechanic. I remember some people were a little upset that teleporting was the only movement option in this game, but it is. So how this game works, I believe, is there are 7 or 8 characters, and there's like a murder mystery, and you kind of get to pick which ones you want to follow to try to figure out who done it, what happened. Subtitles, there we go. And that sounds kind of blah, but apparently it's quite good. And apparently the production values are really high too. So let's hop right in. This is not a game. This is not a movie. This is a piece of immersive theater with many tangled threads. Explore the story to untangle the truth. But remember, truth is a matter of perspective. Henning Wallin, Flora White. Wow, these are fast. Nikola Tesla, Oliver Swan, Thomas Edison, Sarah Bernhardt, Augustus Vanderberg, Victor Mundi. Oh my god, my lenses are fogging up. Why is my face so wet? I did rinse my face off, actually, so that's my fault. L2 to pause time. Hold triangle button to fast forward time. Okay, so we can both stop and control time. I see. Hold square button to rewind time. Oh, neat. L2 to resume time. Okay. Cool. Well, let's just check this shit out then. Teleport wherever we want. Let's just stand a little further back.
Captain? When are you coming back? Captain?
Yo, get fucked. So I wonder if we could, like, rush ahead and start meeting up with the other characters and just leave this guy behind. I wonder if that's an option. Yeah, there's someone else. So yeah, if you choose to follow someone, you get the little gray dot above their head to tell you that you're following them, and the camera will jump to, like, predetermined good vantage points. Okay, Flora's busy having a good old cry. Where's our old buddy? He's still not up the stairs. I think there's someone else in the distance over there, too. God, why did I wash my face? I fucking fogged up my lenses because of that. Alright, ciao, Flora. Let's keep looking around. Let's find someone else for the time being. And there's like a big electric setup thing. I know Nikola Tesla is a part of the story. So maybe he'll have to, maybe he'll play into that. Oh, cool. Let me just look in. Can we warp through? We cannot warp through. That door's locked outright. Oh, shit. He's already gone. Is that Nikola Tesla? I think that is him. Where's everybody at, though? I can fast forward time. You guys coming? Oh, she's probably crying because she saw that Tesla was dead. Where was our dude? Oh, there she... Oh, hang on. There's a... Shit, they met up. Let's back that shit up. Back that ass up. Don't read. Oh, fuck. There we go. Oh, don't read it. There we go. Let's go. Whatever. Good enough.
The way out here.
Is he your friend?
My friend? No. No, I never met him.
Then he won't listen to you. He won't let me in.
I'm quite certain Mr. Tesla is a man of common decency. Of course he'll let you inside. I'll make sure of it. Please.
It's kind of a neat idea for a game. Just an elaborate, like, 2 hour scenario where you can
Now,
follow
what makes you
like
think
7 different
Mr.
characters
Tesla
around the
wanted you
world. That's
inside?
kind of novel, actually.
He told me so. He already turned me away.
He did? What's this? Miss, I believe this could be yours.
Oh dear God, thank you. Thank you. I couldn't bear to lose this.
It's very pretty. So you were saying Mr. Tesla turned you away? Why would he do that?
What's your name, sir?
My name is Gustav.
You're very kind, Mr. Gustav. But I'm afraid this is a private matter.
The art's really high quality too. Tequila Works are honestly like really talented artists. I mean, just fucking look at Rhyme, right? Look at Rhyme, then look at this, and yeah, they're up to snuff. Okay, so they're gonna come across the body pretty soon.
The door. It's open. Mr. Tesla?
Is he all right? No. No!
Stand back, miss.
This was way too close. This is uncomfortably close.
What's going on here?
Detective Gustav, I assume. My apologies, I didn't hear the bell. You must be exhausted. Sweden is a long way to come from. If you will be so kind as to follow me, I will show you to your room.
Stop. Who are you?
I am Oliver Swan, sir. Mr. Tesla's manservant.
You're his butler.
Yes, sir.
What happened here?
What do you mean, sir?
Are you blind?
Yes, he literally is blind.
Blind from birth.
Oh, my bad.
Besides the three of us, how many people in this house?
4, sir.
Call them down immediately. Bang the gong.
Sir?
You're a detective.
Bang the gong right now. No, I'm not.
But he called you detective.
Mr. Swan,
Sir?
how many exits in this building?
Only the front door, sir. But
Okay, the other door
all
is
the
barred
windows
up,
can be
so...
opened from the inside.
Oh, never mind. You can leave from anywhere.
What's that?
What's what? Oh, this. Yeah, I noticed that. What is that? Handle for something?
That's the murder weapon.
You
Why the
reckon?
devil is the dinner gong being rung at such an hour? My God. Is he dead?
Mr. Swan, stay where you are. Who are you?
Edison. Thomas Edison.
Edison, the inventor.
Tesla invited me. Who are you?
Gustav.
Gustav?
That's right.
The detective's so good they named him twice. I read about you in the papers, of course. Your downfall was quite Shakespearean.
Another dude over there too.
Who are you?
I don't know what kind of detective doesn't recognize the most famous stage actress in the world. That's Sarah Bernhardt. The Divine Sarah?
And you? What's your name?
My name is Augustus Vanderberg. I'm Marcus Vanderberg's son.
Marcus Vanderberg, the famous railroad magnate.
I can't be here. I've got to get out of here.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Well, I can't be here. I mean, what are people going to say?
They'll say Tesla had himself an accident.
Oh, this was no accident. He died from a blow to his head, and the blood has only started congealing around the edges. This happened less than 10 minutes ago.
What does that
It
mean?
means I'm a murder suspect.
We all are.
We can't leave him like this.
I need to mark the time of death. My pocket watch is still on Swedish time. Mr. Edison, you are an American. You have the local time, yes?
Why does he look so old?
The time, please.
6 o'clock. Exactly 6.
Yeah, there we go. Whoa, look, they're doing a real blanket with physics in VR. That's really demanding.
There's someone out there, look!
Oh yeah. Monday.
Stop! Turn around!
I'm unarmed.
I hope so. For your sake. Back to the house.
This is really well done, I gotta say.
Questions first.
I can hear the conversation continuing in the house too. It really pulls you in really fast, actually. Quite impressed.
Stop.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what's his face?
Mr.
Ran
Swan,
off.
where's the dining room?
That way, sir. And we have a telephone there too.
Keep walking.
Well, that was over quickly.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
I wonder if Tesla has a set of gallows around here somewhere.
Nobody's to leave this house.
So now it's like legit who you want to
speak
follow.
with each of you.
Let's go along with the main route right now and see where this leads.
That's far enough. What's this?
My last will and testament.
Strange thing to travel with.
Yeah, no kidding.
Every man's journey ends in the grave. I'm just prepared. If you die without a will, then they auction off everything you had. And I won't stand for that.
Victor Mundy. That your name?
Yep,
All right. Why did you run, Mr. Mundy?
'cause I'm a murderer.
Sir, Mr. Mundy is here by invitation. Same as you and the other guests.
Down.
Sir, the local police can take charge of this matter for you.
Local police. Why not?
Oh God! Oh.
Hello, operator. Please connect me to the
That
police,
paper
please.
almost looks legible. Oh, I can actually pick it up. Vandenberg boy
police?
drowns.
This is Detective Gustav.
Vandenberg boy drowns. The
Oh, you can
eldest
actually have
son
them narrate
of
it.
railroad magnate Marcus Vandenberg drowned last night while playing on the ice of Longton River with his brother Augustus. Heir to the family riches, Marcus was often hailed by his father as the better son.
Cool.
Yes, it's Swedish. I'm calling from Mr. Tesla's island. There's been a murder here, and I need you to send a boat immediately. Thank you. Mr. Swan, would you please tend to the other guests until the police arrive?
Very well, sir.
Tell me the truth right now. You said Mr. Tesla turned you away. Why would he do that?
I was his assistant. A few months ago, he fired me without notice. I came here to beg for my job back. I need money, but he wouldn't even let me inside to talk.
You worked here.
Yes.
You know the house. Right then. Take this. Search each floor and report back to me.
We only just met.
I trust you.
I could be the killer for all you know.
No, you couldn't. Because when I met you out in the rain, there were no footprints around you.
What does that prove?
In this weather, that kind of soil, rain takes at least 20 minutes to wash away footprints. Which means that you were sitting exactly where I found you for at least 20 minutes before I arrived. But Mr. Tesla was killed less than 10 minutes before we found him. So you see, you're the only person I can trust in this house.
So far, I kind of like this sort of like pragmatic deduction.
I am a detective. And I will catch this.
I can hear
killer.
people arguing somewhere.
He just said he did it.
Did he? You can go now.
Seduce the mind because it wants to be seduced. Levare cerebrum ab incunabulus. Lift the mind.
He's just doing
from
his
its
thing. Let me
cradle.
pause and head right back over there.
Who's the French woman out there?
I don't think you're Miss Bernard's type, Mr. Mundy. So, you killed Mr. Tesla?
You say I did.
Really? Why would I say that?
Because I killed before. I killed my wife. And a bit on the side. I did 26 years behind bars for it. So I'm an easy scapegoat for something like this. That's why I ran.
And why did you come?
Because I got a letter. Out of the blue. Tesla said he can change my life. Make my mistake undone. Let's just say he got my attention. He said the same to you, didn't he?
How well did you know him?
First I'd ever heard of him when I got a letter. And when I got you, the blind bloke opened the door. First time I'd ever seen Tesla, or any of the other guests, is when you found him.
Not much of an alibi, Mr. Mundy. A blind man.
When I killed my wife, my daughter testified against me. Little Mary Mundy. 7 years old she was back then. But those fancy men in their wigs, they believed her. That's why I snuck a knife into the courtroom. I went for her throat. But I missed.
God, he tried to kill his daughter too.
I took her nose clean off her face. A juicy little scrap for the courthouse dog. I still dream about finally gutting that ungrateful bitch, wherever she is now.
Why are you telling me this?
'Cause you need to understand. If I want to kill someone, I don't hide it. I don't lie. People lie 'cause they're afraid. And I ain't afraid of nothing. What about you?
Me? I don't like violent men, Mr. Mundy. They bring out the worst in me. Do not try to leave this house before my investigation is over. You can go. For now.
So let's follow Mr. Mundy. Let's see where he goes. I'm curious to actually see how things like intertwine. Right now he's just looking at this painting. He's quite interested. Apologies for the lack of commentary, but it to an extent it is certainly like watching a film. Although, yeah, he's really into this painting right now. I guess filling 2 hours worth of time for every character can't be the easiest thing in the world. Okay, Mr. Mundy, I would like for you to do something, though. I can fast forward time. Oh, I see. That's why he was kind of doing nothing there, because he was just kind of like playing out the time until chapter 1 was over. I see. So it's got like a chapter structure as well. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's 4, maybe 5 chapters. And you can literally go minute by minute. What is this book? Yeah, this is the collectible sheets of paper. All the characters. So select chapter 1 to view your progress. The map shows what you saw at each time. Select a place to change your position. Slide the handle, look at the map changing. It's kind of hard to... You can't slide the handle at the same time as looking up. You should be able to control that with a stick, but I see what it means. Like right there, that was where I was looking. I was following these two back in. And there was another character over there, meanwhile. And then, yeah, we were in the front. And then we were in the kitchen for almost the remainder of the time until the very end. And if I click on an individual character, what does that get me? I see, that's like all their scenes, basically. Swan. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. And these little... So all the green is all the time I saw Mr. Swan. All the pink for Bernhardt. And Mundy I followed pretty aggressively at the end. Ah, so you can really hone in on who you're missing certain portions of time for. The color bar shows when you select look, it's actually explaining it for us. Select a scene to enlarge it.
Mr. Tesla?
Oh, wow. And you can just listen. Does that play the audio, or? I assume that's going to load it back up. That was a mistake. That was bad input. That was a faulty input. This is a faulty controller. These load times, though. No problem. Skip to chapter 4. So chapter 2, okay. Resume. Okay, and then it's got like a collectibles tracker as well. Resume. Okay. Neat. It's really cool how they have like incredibly robust tracking. Because I was a little worried about that, actually. I was thinking to myself, it's going to be easy to forget which characters I haven't seen everything for. But with such detailed tracking, like, you can't possibly forget.
Just a
Who spiked her whiskey? Yo, where are you guys talking? Pause. Where the fuck are you guys talking about spiked whiskey? What's the deal?
before I announce that I know it was spiked. It's good to have one person I can trust.
It is.
Okay, now she's gonna cross paths with Mundy, surely. Or not, he's walking on. Fuck, where'd you go? Hang on, the stop time is too powerful. There she is. Okay. It's really quite engaging when the actual scenarios are playing out. So I hope we get to another one soon. Oh yeah, now she's gonna cross paths with Mr. Mundy.
I do hope you didn't murder the detective. I rather liked him.
Not that it's any of your business, but he let me go. Most people are afraid to be alone with me.
I like dangerous men. They tend to like me.
I can see why.
Wait. Why do I feel like we know each other?
Perhaps you haven't a memory of the future.
That's a high idea for a low man.
A low man.
That's how you seem.
I get the feeling that most people in this house aren't what they seem. Thought I'd join the club.
Were you in my room? Why were you in my room? Monsieur!
I was making a mistake.
A mistake?
Look, I'm not stupid. You don't like dangerous men. No one does. But I came up here hoping you might. But the truth is, a woman like you wants to get into the veins of all the men in the house. Tell them what we want to hear, and then when the killer does step into the light, all those infatuated men will protect you. I think you find safety in their adoration. I don't begrudge you. I just ain't gonna fall for it, that's all.
You are an insightful man.
Yeah, it's because I find my safety in their fear. I don't have your looks, you see.
So this is not the real you?
I'm way too tall.
Oh, I'm everything I say I am. I just don't want to kill everyone I meet. I think that'd be nagging.
So, we are both acting then, huh?
Or lying. What's the difference?
An actor can be trusted.
All the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players.
You know Shakespeare?
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, a gentle fine as this, my lips two blushing pilgrims.
Yeah, Mundy's really like well read.
Smooth that rough
I did not expect that.
with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim. You do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Also, the music coming in is nice.
Have no saints' lips and holy palmers too.
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, or my prayer greatest effect, I take. Do they kiss now?
Yes.
I think someone's yelling at Edison outside, meanwhile.
Dust from my lips by yours. Our sin is purged.
How did this happen?
Just good luck, I suppose. You've lost someone, haven't you? I can tell.
Yes.
Man?
No.
Husband?
Mademoiselle? Miss Bernard?
I will be
Who'd
back.
you lose?
For the best. Just remember, she's an actress. She lies for a living.
Bonsoir, gentlemen. Have the police arrived?
No, not yet. Would you please come to the dining room, mademoiselle?
I'm not sure I can entertain all three of you at once.
Just me, Miss Bernard.
I suppose that'll do. Ooh la 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 la. You all look very serious.
Hang on, what's the fuss in here? Oh God, what's going on? Let me back this up real quick. What's the fuss in here?
Out of my way.
Where are you going?
I'm going to tell everyone the truth about you.
No, why?
You knew the door wouldn't open. You lied to me. I'm not to be trifled with.
Wait. I know what happened. There's a second lock on that door.
A second lock?
Yes, it is electromagnetic.
What does that mean?
If you want to open it, you must turn off the voltage regulator for the whole house.
Where's the switch?
Outside. Go out the front door. Turn right.
I may be a fool, but I'm not foolish. The second I go outside, you tell the detective I'm trying to escape and he shoots me.
But, madam, you can trust me. I swear.
I can trust the man who's been lying to every single person here. No, you're going outside.
I do hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all, sir.
So you were just standing here in total silence?
No, sir.
I was just thinking about you, Mr. Swan. About how you have the access to all the food and drink in this house.
Are you hungry? I could prepare a supper.
Oh yeah, the spiked drink. Yeah.
No, I'm not hungry. Just curious. I don't believe we've met. I'm the Thomas Edison. And you?
My name is Flora White.
Miss or Mrs.?
I suppose I'm...
Sounds complicated. So, did you know him well?
Who?
Tesla. Who else?
I'm not sure one ever knows a man like him.
And you two? You know each other?
No. We worked for Mr. Tesla at different times.
You worked for him as well. How interesting. I thought there was only one person here carrying out Tesla's orders. He didn't like me much, did he, Mr. Swan?
I am sure I don't know, sir.
I'm sure you don't. Let's drink a little house whiskey.
I suppose he suspects the whole bottle is spiked.
A toast. To Tesla.
I don't care for the taste, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. It's the truth.
Stop. I want to see him drink first. Drink. To your master.
I would prefer not.
You'd prefer not.
What are you doing? Stop it!
Drink it, you son of a bitch! I know exactly what you did, you pigeon-littered little wretch, but you can't kill me!
I didn't do anything!
It was Tesla's final wish, wasn't it? I want to hear you say it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The whiskey, upstairs. You poisoned it.
No. That wasn't me.
Then who was it?
I'm not at liberty to say.
The hell you're not.
He knows.
It was another guest.
Which other guest?
I cannot say, sir.
So you're in cahoots with them?
The whiskey was not meant for you. The person who put the poison in there intended to drink it themselves.
What are you talking about?
They were going to commit suicide.
Kill themselves? Why? Who?
The person in question had a tinge of heart. I don't think they would want me to mention their name. It's a private matter.
But what if the person wanted to kill themselves out of guilt for murdering Tesla? Then we have a right to...
No. That was not the reason. I am quite certain of that.
Then what was the reason?
Old pain from an old wound.
Hogwash! I don't believe a word of this.
Is something burning?
I demand to know who poisoned my drink!
Is something burning, though?
You wait right here.
No, because something's burning. But now they're going to resume.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
The kitchen.
That's not what we agreed.
Well, that was before I got hit in the face.
Hang on, something's burning, though. You guys.
Go and do what I told you. I have to get inside that room.
Wow, quite the mention.
Do something on this.
My patient is wearing thin. I'll tell them, don't push me.
Push you.
There can't be that many cuts of steak in there. Choose one and get moving.
What do you?
You should know.
Look, I can examine the
There's
knife.
Only so much a man can endure.
Believe me.
What are you doing with that?
No different. How long are you going to stand there? I said, how long are you going to...
Please! I just want a moment of peace.
I don't have time for this. I've suffered too, you know.
Oh, look, he's pulled it right out.
Madam, I don't know you, but I know I would win that contest.
Oh.
I had a son. A good boy. God knows I loved him. But I abandoned him so I could escape the men who called themselves my masters. God knows that too. I ran all the way to America, but even here, even now, you people still all want to control me. But you don't understand. I already have a master. My master is my shame. The shame I feel for leaving my boy. And now I realize I will never be a free man. So, you tell them whatever you want. You cannot control me anymore.
That you told me quite plainly that you heard a woman arguing with Mr. Tesla moments before I found him dead.
I think I've been trying to force you
There's
to
people
help me
arguing like
because
10
I was
feet
afraid
behind
if
us.
I begged you wouldn't do it. I don't want to control anyone.
Why would you say it was?
I just want to get inside that room.
Mr. Tesla promised me some money to start a new life in this country. But he left me nothing. There must be a lot of money in that room for you to care so much.
You can keep what's there.
So it's not money. What is in there?
A chance to make my mistake undone.
It means a lot to you.
It means everything.
I will help you. I will let you know when it is done.
Just toss that steak back in there. Mr. Swan's been called for, though.
Mr. Swan. Thank you.
Whew. Fucking neat, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys actually think? Because like I'm kind of impressed actually. Like obviously I still need to see exactly where the story goes, but like I was worried this would just be underwhelming. But I think it's really solid so far actually. I'm really quite enjoying it. It's really immersive. Yeah, Penman Lupine says he's immersed, and I agree. I'm really immersed for sure. Flame Waffle says he likes to imagine the player character is just a floating pair of googly eyes in this situation. Wow, cool. I'm glad you guys all seem to like it. I was a little worried because there was no conversation going on, but let's continue. For sure. Reminds me of the Sexy Brutale, which I actually haven't played yet. That's true. I haven't played that either. I should play that. Shit, well let's continue then. Since you guys are enjoying it, let's absolutely continue. Let's see if we can do one full cycle. We may not get to the bottom of this mystery, but let's see if we can at least see it through by a single go. I mean, there's definitely a lot more to it. The Switch says it literally all depends on the story. It's a visual novel by definition. This isn't a game. It's really good. This is like, you know, we've seen a lot of like VR experiences and stuff. This is the natural extension of a VR experience, is making an entire like VR film where you get to walk around and actually explore the set. I think one thing I really like is how you can just go around. Like we probably could have left and looked around all of Mr. Tesla's gear, and I'm sure someone snuck around. Sure, someone would have been sneaking around outside. You're right. I haven't changed the game name. The Invisible Hours. What a neat name. The implication possibly being that you're trying to find hours unaccounted for, or something. Penman Lupine says he feels like this is the evolution of the visual novel experience. Man, you know what? It'd be dope if we got a game like 999 or Virtue's Last Reward in this kind of style, like a more Japanese take on it. I mean, that being said, this is doing it. This is doing it. I'm really into it. It reminds me of the Clue film. So okay, and there's like a lot of characters to follow. Also, I noticed Tesla is on here. Obviously, Tesla's fucking dead. Does he get up at some point? Like, so Mundi we followed for a good bit there, along with Bernhardt. Edison, we briefly saw his confrontation in the main room. Vanderberg, we've actually barely seen at all. Mr. Swan seems to have stuff, seems to be going places, him and Flora. Flora, we missed the scene, presumably in the first chapter, possibly in the early second chapter, where she accosted Swan to get him to do something. We still don't know what that is. And Gustav, we just outright stopped following. So I don't really have a plan for this third chapter, but let's just go at it. Let's just keep seeing what we find. I do kind of like this little
About what you heard. You heard a
cinema
woman.
setting
Tell
for the
him.
menu. Okay, cool. Chapter 3. Get back in character, Mr. Swan. Can I examine that pot? Why? Can I examine all the pots and pans? Holy shit. Oh my god, you can examine a lot of stuff.
So what is it?
There must be hidden stuff.
How may I help you, sir?
Mr. Swan, did you let each of the guests in personally?
Yes, sir. All except for Miss White. She came with you.
Right. And when you opened the door, could somebody else have snuck in behind them? Maybe somebody we don't know about?
I don't know, sir.
Forgive me, Mr. Swan, but why would Tesla pay to have a blind assistant?
To keep his secret safe from prying eyes. And he did not pay me. I work for free. It's what the government says I must do to stay here in America.
That's slavery.
Did that door just LOD out of existence just a second ago there?
I was a slave in Zanzibar.
Yeah, okay, look.
Yeah. I am an
It's a bit of an ugly bug for a game like this.
But
I just did it again.
if people think I killed Mr. Tesla, I will be sent back. I cannot go back.
Mr. Swan, I wouldn't worry. Blind men don't usually get blamed for murder.
Thank you. Please, excuse me. I must turn down the guest rooms.
Of course.
Let's find someone else to follow. No, don't close the door. Do you get trapped? No, no. Oh, I see. Oh, if you hold the movement circle? Wow, he's booking it. Holy shit, look at that. Oh, that's what it is. If you hold the movement button, the door disappears so you can warp through it. That's why it... Ah, I see. So that's actually not a bug. In fact, that's actually smart. I wonder if you can actually get to the third story in the roof. Anyone back there? Anything back there? No. Did he just cycle the power or turn it out? Or no, I mean the lights are still on.
That detective.
So they're talking in the lounge there. Oh no, what's wrong with your leg? You can do it, Mr. Swan. So this must be connected to opening that door for what's-her-face. Oh shit, he's been locked out.
Florus Luckett.
Gustav probably just closed and locked the door. Yeah. Oh, is there another way into the house? He said there was only one entrance. I like this hijinks section. Is he gonna break a window? Oh. I just heard that scream too. Where'd that scream come from? Let's find that scream actually. Could it have been upstairs, possibly? Possibly. Did he hear the scream? He might have heard the scream.
Laura?
Yeah. Only what's-his-face is unaccounted for. The guy we barely followed. Look, he has a chess machine.
Laura! I suggest you back off.
Some sort of secret room filled with Nikola Tesla's inventions. Oh shit! He's dead now too! Who did it? Some of the characters do just have awkward moments like Flora right now where she's just waiting. But when things get going, man, it's engaging.
What is he doing down there?
What happened? Flora.
I just found him. I found him like this.
Sorry, I
it
gotta
wasn't
sip
me.
some water. Yeah? You what?
He's dead.
Oh my god.
We all know who it was. It was this godforsaken animal.
Put that finger away before I snap it off.
Spoken like a true innocent man.
Yeah, and where were you?
I was with Mr. Swan.
Yes, he
It
was.
is true. He was with me. Who would want to kill this poor boy?
I don't see anyone giving you an alibi.
I was with her. Tell him. Tell him.
She doesn't seem very keen, does she?
It could have been, Mr. White.
Don't you dare.
I say we tie up this animal until the police arrive and take him back to his cage for good.
Oh, there's a button. What does the button do?
That's enough!
Don't hit the button.
Mr. Edison, I need to mark the time of death. Do you have the hour?
It's 11:35.
11:35. So is he suggesting 5 hours have
Mr.
passed?
Swan,
Yes, sir.
why are you wet?
Oh, it's true.
When I had Mr. White scream, I thought it was coming from outside, so I went to make sure.
You're blind, not deaf. Her scream clearly came from under the house.
Sir, if you had suggested that I had anything to do with...
And he
Now
cycled
hear
the
this!
tower. What did that do?
All of you.
Certainly didn't stab a knife into him.
I sat quietly and listened to your lies. And one of you took that to mean I was a fool. And in your arrogance, you took another life.
Same
This
person, you think?
young boy's life.
His acting's pretty good, actually.
But I promise you, this will not go unpunished. This will not go unpunished!
he getting a little drunk? Okay, so that snuck in somehow. No, I'm not using the time powers. We gotta watch it through. We gotta get one loop, and then we start to figure it out. Yeah, Vanderberg was totally like, I did not follow him at all, so I have no idea what his connection is to anyone. We really just spent time with Swan that chapter. Yeah, holy shit, we spent way too much time with Swan. I need to diversify. Chapter 4, I feel like going back, with Gustav a little bit. And it looks like there might be a chapter 5. Perhaps you have to watch a certain amount of content. No!
This is nonsense.
Did you guys... Hang on, did you guys see that? I paused. I just hit the pause button. That's a 0. There's a faded out 0 after the 4. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a faded out 0. Which explains the point of Tesla even being here at all. That's a 0. You can clearly see it. It might be tough for you guys to see it, but there is a 0 there. So there's like a pre-section where you can follow Tesla, I suppose. Fucking neat, man. Fucking neat.
Gustav, we've been here a quarter of an hour. Let me check the house again. We might have missed something.
Is Gustav super drunk now?
Drinking.
What were you doing in the basement?
You told me to look around. You must know I had nothing to do with this. I'm the one who found him.
A deductive mind would see that as evidence of guilt.
Oh. Really? And what's your alibi?
When we arrived together, I didn't have time to search Tesla's body thoroughly. I was distracted. But later on, I had another look and I found this. It's yours.
The necklace.
Why would I make a duplicate of my own locket?
I was going to say, she's got one on still.
Somebody is clearly trying to frame me, aren't they?
Give me back Mr. Tesla's gun.
For goodness sake, you can trust me. You said so yourself.
Give me back that gun!
I don't have it. I didn't feel safe carrying it around, so I hid it away.
Get it. Now. And don't take too long.
Shall we follow her and see if the gun's gone? I said shall we, but we're doing it. We didn't even like touch the... Oh no, we did actually. We did go upstairs. We didn't go to the 3rd floor though at all. Shame about how long these stairs are. Man, I gotta lend this game to Matt after I'm done with it. I know he's not as much of a VR fiend as I am, but I think he'd really get a lot out of this, actually. The camera's like somewhat intelligent, but I wish it was a little smarter. Like instead of continuing to just put the camera in front of the previous character, I wish it would pick a higher shot that lets you see them walk for a longer distance instead of repeated cuts from the front. Did you hide it just on the floor?
Wait. Stop. I need the gun. I know who the killer is. said I know who the killer is.
I just want to get inside this room.
2 people are dead. An innocent boy is dead. Imagine how his father will feel.
His father. And let him all feel like it was all his fault. If you love someone, you must protect them. Or you'll be doomed to avenge them. Godspeed, Mr. Swan. I hope you find your peace out there.
I hope you find yours in...
So who do we follow? So who do we follow? These both seem like alright choices. Because I see some sins of the father and that's compelling. And I see some stay with her because that's compelling. These both seem compelling. I want to follow her. These are both very compelling. I must say. Like, I'm surprised. I didn't think the game would be this, this pressing and engaging. What's in the vault? What did Mr. Tesla have to hide away? The paper over there, let's grab it.
Letter. Tesla to Elon Musk. My dearest Mr. Musk, you do not know me.
Wait.
But I have a gift for you. Travel to the France-Switzerland border near Geneva. Go to latitude 46.
Oh my gosh, is this actually time travel?
035 north.
To Elon Musk?
6.05245 east. And start digging.
What did he bury there?
The modern world is ravenous for energy. I've spent more than a lifetime creating a way to satisfy that hunger forever. My time is up, so I urge you to switch it on. Namaste, Elon. Nikola Tesla.
I'm flipping the controller around. Okay, so are we actually getting to time travel? I'm sorry. Did we actually pick the route that's bringing us to time travel? Did we act like... Oh my god, I shouldn't get too ahead of myself. We haven't seen it yet. But I'm like clutching my hands. Oh my gosh, guys. Could this actually be a fucking sick game? Could this actually be fucking sick?
It's real. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, these insignias. I don't know what they mean, but she's looking at her locket.
I know it's horrible. What one of those awful people did to Nicholas.
The water reflecting, or the light reflecting on the wall is beautiful.
Oh, Richard, we never would have got here at all.
Richard. She's talking to her locket? The duplicate locket was at Richard's? Who's Richard? Diana? That's a joke for someone.
I'm almost there, my love. Don't be afraid.
I feel really satisfied with this choice of coming down to the basement. Oh, darn thing's not plugged in. I think all the other ones are probably plugged in. Amateur mistake. It happens. Don't worry, man. This is normal. On your first time, you may forget to plug something in.
I don't understand. How does it work?
Oh, the handle used to kill Nikola Tesla. There it is. There it is. There's the murder weapon. How trapped in a time loop is she on a scale from 1 to 10?
God damn you! Please. What I have to do?
Oh, yeah, out on this little dock. Man, I cannot believe that this A turned out to be so engaging, and B, we immediately beeline to time travel. Like, we focused on like 2 or 3 characters at most. I'd say 3 we focused on, and all of them have turned out to be interesting. Or at least they have a secret that I feel is worth finding out. I hear a high-pitched whining noise. Like a mechanical one from the house. Oh, and there we are! Look!
Passing on this island.
You must let me in!
Understand me. You will only get inside this house over my dead body. Leave now.
Why won't you help me?
I am helping you.
Why these people? Why let these total strangers make their mistakes undone when I'm begging you, Nicola?
Oh!
Undoing their mistakes doesn't hurt anyone else.
He's invited everyone here so that they have a chance to use the time machine to undo their mistakes.
Be a good man.
And she desperately wants to save her brother, her husband, her
May God
lover.
strike you down.
What a strikingly compelling setup. And she goes off to the...
Hello, Nicola.
Yeah.
Hello, Flora. Nice to see you again.
And now, does he know?
You should leave.
I think he knows. They've done this before. This isn't the
Why
first time.
didn't the room take me where I wanted to go?
Because you don't know how to use it.
Then tell me how.
My answer to you will always be the same. Your husband died saving the lives of 10 other men. If you go back and stop him going to war, those men die instead. And you hand your suffering to 10 other wives, just like you. So no. I will never tell you how to use my
Nicola
room.
doesn't feel her reason.
You will only get
that
inside
should
this
be
house
corrected.
again over my dead body. You'll have to kill me.
I think I already did.
Yeah, but she'll just keep doing it, won't she? That'll smart.
I'm sorry.
The pendant. Oh, he took the pendant. He took that version of Flora's pendant. That's why there was a second pendant. It all clicks together so easily. End of chapter 0. Oh boy, what a video game! Oh man, yeah, and there, look, 0. It was previously hidden at the end, and now it's been slotted back to the beginning. Oh, what a video game! What a neat video game! And then, okay. Hang on. So chapter 0, Flora, we followed her all the way up to the end. So chapter 1, Flora, we need to, like... Okay, let's start chapter 1. I know I said we'd only do one loop. Let's, chapter 1, resume. I assume we hit resume. And let's pause, and let's beeline for the lounge where Flora was just walking to.
Godspeed, Mr. Swan.
Chapter 1. Okay. Back it up. Or is that maybe something that's concealed from us? There's no there's no like point of reference for me to see the rewind. Like, I'm holding the rewind button, but I don't actually have a way to tell if I'm rewinding. So let me go out to this Flora. Yeah, okay, no, that's the first possible moment in the level. So we're at the first second. Oh, actually, remember. Oh, you know what? One key thing was the gap in time between chapters is not instant. That ends at 5:44, and chapter 1 begins at 5:49. There's an entire 5 minutes that's unaccounted for. So she has within a 5-minute time frame, she could legitimately get anywhere on the island. Within 5 minutes, she could be anywhere. We can take a quick glance around, but she could literally be anywhere on the entire island in 5 minutes. Basement. Let's go to the basement. Is the basement door open? May not be. Oh yeah, because he's... At the beginning of chapter 1, he's indoors. Oh my god, why is this game so fucking compelling? I want that note. Let me have the note. Can I not get the note? There we go.
Come, my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, and the baths of all the western stars, forever.
Okay, so why are you indoors right now, sir? Fast forward, actually. Like, what prompts him to go outdoors? Could he possibly... God, I have no idea. I'm fast forwarding, mind you. This is speedy. But the beginning does take a solid minute because you're waiting for Gustav to walk to the house and such. I don't know if we're going to be able to find the vanilla flora. This is this flora is like the super flora, and the next loop it'll be super turbo, and then championship edition. I'm still fast forwarding. It takes a long time to get through that first little bit.
I won't.
Oh, he's talking to himself. Oh, he's talking to God. Oh, he's been delivering a monologue.
Why won't you talk to me, Lord? How many times do I have to confess to you? I sinned. I murdered.
So of course he came here to correct that.
I want to be a better man now. So why do I still want to kill that little wretch?
Oh, I see. When Gustav rings the bell, he must go outside.
Do you want me to
in a panic. How does he get outside?
Is that it?
Does he jump out a window?
Then show me a sign, Lord. Tell me what kind of man you want me to be. If you want me to change, change me. Or I'll have to decide for myself.
Sits in this building?
Only the front door, sir. But all the windows can be opened from the inside.
Oh, right. All the windows can be opened from the inside, so of course he can just
bloody hell.
take any window out. When did this open up? Hang on. When did this open up? Hang on. When did that open up? Wasn't that closed before? Oh, no. Okay. It just automatically opens up when you get near it, because, of course, you can do that at any time. Okay. Never mind. I panicked for nothing. I thought someone snuck in and opened it up while we were over here. God, this game gets me excited so easily. Fast forward this a little bit. So they're having their chit chat. Now he's gonna make a break for it soon, because he's gonna get caught outside in a second.
Oh, this was no way.
I assume he's just gonna crack a window. Yeah. I like that they're using like real cloth physics in scenes. That's fairly demanding to use in games in general, but using it in a VR game is like extra demanding. So when he just ran because he was terrified that he'd be immediately pegged the murderer. Can't even blame him. And then he gets caught. Yeah. And we're going through this again.
Who's out there?
Fuck, man. What a, like, shockingly good video game. Oh, and look at all these items that have, like, added up over here. I guess, like, by seeing different scenes, they populate this room with items. What a shockingly good video game, man. And yeah, it's true. He opens the window, which means that someone else could go in through that window. What a surprisingly good game. I'm glad, you know, I had heard this was a good game. All the hands-on opinions and little write-ups I saw on the PlayStation VR subreddit were like, yeah, game's really good. I did not think it would be this good. Like, fuck. That's real neat. Should I check out the movie The Prestige? Maybe I should. Would you say this is more like Danganronpa or Zero Escape? After that last twist, a bit more like Zero Escape, but yeah. Fucking neat, man. Yeah, this is titled The Invisible Hours. Unfortunately, this game does not exist in Twitch's database, so I couldn't select it. I did change the title of the stream, but The Invisible Hours. And if you have a VR headset of any type, because it's available, well, not a mobile one, but if you have a like dedicated VR headset, fucking try playing this shit. Because this is really good. I'm really surprised. It is on PC, yeah. The physical release is only on PS4. But like, shit. How complex are the motives getting, in your opinion? I understood that joke. That's good. Shit, man. I'm not gonna keep playing this tonight. Because we've still got one more game yet. But wow, I am surprised. I'm really pleasantly surprised at the quality of that game. That is so legit, and I'm excited to continue that for myself, for sure. It is really late. It's 3:17 in the AM.